The First World War ended in 1918, marking a significant moment in history. Everyone thought it was the war to end all wars, a conflict so devastating that it would prevent future wars. But it left many problems unsolved, with deep scars and unresolved tensions across Europe. Germany, blamed for the war, faced harsh punishments in the Treaty of Versailles, which many saw as overly punitive. They lost land, had to pay huge fines and felt humiliated, leading to widespread discontent. This anger and resentment brewed in Germany, creating fertile ground for radical ideologies. Meanwhile, the world struggled with economic depression, affecting millions and causing widespread hardship. People were desperate for solutions, looking for anyone who could offer hope and stability. In this time of uncertainty, powerful leaders emerged with promises of strength and prosperity, captivating the masses. These leaders, like Hitler in Germany, Mussolini in Italy, and Tojo in Japan, promoted extreme nationalism and militarism. They sought to expand their power and influence, setting the stage for another global conflict that would soon engulf the world. The world watched with bated breath as Hitler, driven by his ambitions, began to flex Germany's military muscle. On September 1, 1939, the Nazi war machine marched into Poland, marking the beginning of World War II. Britain and France, bound by treaties to protect Poland, declared war on Germany. The war quickly spread. Germany conquered much of Europe with lightning speed. The Battle of Britain, a fierce air campaign, raged in the skies above England. Meanwhile, in Asia, Japan, seeking to expand its empire, launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, pulling the United States into the global conflict. The tide of the war began to turn with the United States' entry. The Allies, led by figures like Winston Churchill, Franklin D. Roosevelt and Joseph Stalin, fought back against the Axis powers. The D-Day landings on the beaches of Normandy in 1944 marked a turning point, leading to the liberation of France and the eventual push into Germany. Meanwhile, in the Pacific, the United States engaged in a fierce island-hopping campaign against Japan. After years of brutal fighting, Germany surrendered in May 1945, followed by Japan in August 1945, bringing the devastating war to an end. Section 4. Scars of War, the Human Cost and the Atomic Bomb. World War II left an indelible mark on the world, reshaping nations and altering the course of history forever. Millions perished, both soldiers and civilians, in a conflict that spanned continents and oceans. The war saw unimaginable atrocities, including the Holocaust, where the depths of human cruelty were laid bare. The systematic genocide of Jews and other minorities by the Nazi regime shocked the world and left scars that still resonate today. This horrific event served as a stark reminder of the dangers of prejudice and unchecked hatred, teaching future generations the importance of tolerance and human rights. The war's end also ushered in the terrifying dawn of the atomic age, forever changing the nature of warfare. The United States, in an effort to end the war quickly and decisively, dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, leading to unprecedented destruction. The devastation was unprecedented, highlighting the devastating power of these new weapons and raising profound moral questions about their use. The world was left to grapple with the ethical implications and the long-term consequences of nuclear warfare. Section 5. A New World Order, Legacy of War and Lessons Learned. In the aftermath of World War II, the world grappled with its devastating consequences. Cities lay in ruins, economies were shattered, and millions of lives had been lost. The sheer scale of destruction was unprecedented, leaving nations to pick up the pieces and rebuild from the ashes. The war had reshaped the global landscape, leading to the decline of European powers and the rise of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers. This shift in power dynamics marked the beginning of a new era in international relations. The United Nations was formed with the goal of preventing future wars and fostering international cooperation. It aimed to provide a platform for dialogue and conflict resolution, hoping to ensure that the horrors of the past would never be repeated. However, the world soon found itself divided by the Cold War, an ideological conflict between the capitalist West and the communist East. This period was marked by intense rivalry, espionage, and the ever-present threat of nuclear war. The lessons of World War II, particularly the importance of diplomacy, were crucial in navigating this tense period. Diplomatic efforts played a key role in preventing direct conflict between the superpowers. The dangers of unchecked aggression were starkly evident, serving as a reminder of the catastrophic consequences that could arise from such actions. And the need for global cooperation became more apparent than ever. Nations realized that working together was essential for maintaining peace and stability. These lessons from World War II remain as relevant today as ever, reminding us of the importance of unity, diplomacy, and vigilance in the face of global challenges.